it's a good fight for the division.
I think they both got the power to stop, isn't it?
I'm not a massive fan of Akhmadaliev.
I think he's a little overrated. Palace is number 1 by ring. Akhmadaliev's number 2. Obviously, Akhmadaliev's now been stopped, so one not.
Yeah, but he's only had like 4 fights or something, hasn't he?
30.
Akhmadaliev needs to win if he wants in a way.
He has to win. What round did you pick?
Well, telling you now.
9.
Yeah.
Welcome back to BoxCast. In this episode, we're going to look at the upcoming fight at Super Bantamweight between Murodjon Akhmadaliev and Ricardo Espinoza, which is taking place on the 14th of December 2024 in the Salle d'Étoile, Monte Carlo, in Monaco. Stuart Taylor the tape. So Akhmadaliev has a 12 wins, 1 loss, and 0 draws. He's had 13 fights. 12 of his wins, 9 of his 12 wins have been by KO. He's age 30. He's 5'5", 166 centimeters. He's got a 68-inch reach, 173 centimeters. This is super bantamweight, so it's 122 pounds and 55.3 kilos. And he fights out of a southpaw stance. Espinoza has 30 wins, 4 losses, and 0 draws. So he's had 34 fights, 25 wins by KO. He's age 27. He's slightly taller at 5'7", 170 centimeters. We don't know his reach, so if you know, let us know, please. And he fights out of an orthodox stance. So, Simon, what do you think here? I think the build-up fight for Akhmadaliev.
Wouldn't necessarily say it's a build-up fight.
It's a tough fight. Yeah.
No, definitely not a build-up fight. I think Espinoza will fancy this.
Yeah. He's got a good KO percentage, so he's obviously got power, and he's fought quite a lot of good fighters. So he's had a loss against Daniel Roman and Casemiro as well. And I think these other 2 losses were earlier in his career. At lighter weight. So at this sort of weight, he's only had... Casemiro's stopped him. But as a bantamweight, I think, yeah. And then at this weight, Daniel Roman, it was a points decision. And then he sort of KO'd unanimous. It's a no contest, and then KO and TKO. So he's quite heavy-handed at this weight. But so is Akhmadaliev.
I'm not a massive fan of Akhmadaliev.
I think he's a little, should I say this, overrated.
Yeah.
And even though it was a close fight, Palace did them. And so against a tough opponent. I mean, he has beaten Daniel Roman, so the guy on the thing, but on a split decision.
Yeah, I just...
I mean, he's a tough fighter.
Yeah.
You're good, but I think in that division, they're probably... Well, if I go to the rankings, you've got...
He's dropped out a lot of the rankings.
Super. I've gone to super. The next weight up. Give me a sec. Well, obviously, there's our man, Inoue, is the king of that division. Palace is number 1 ranked by ring. Akhmadaliev's number 2. Goodman is number 3. Neri is number 4. You know, he can go along. And then Dehaney's number 7. So, for all the hype, you know, like I said, Palace beat him. And good fighting. Palace is a tough fighter.
It's a good fight for the division. I think their styles will gel quite well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'll go the full 12 rounds. Is it going to be one of them of who lands first?
Could be.
Yeah.
I think they both got the power to stop, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then with whoever's tougher. Obviously, Akhmadaliev's now been stopped, so not.
Yeah,
as
but he's only
professional.
had what 4 fights or something, hasn't he? What's he had? 12 fights, 13 fights.
Well, it's 12 wins and a loss to Marlon to Palace, isn't it? On points. Because the plan, obviously, with him was to get to. It was supposed to be Fulton first, and then Akhmadaliev was the 2 belt holder, unified belt holder, and it was supposed to be Inoue versus him. And they're like, "Oh, Inoue's running and doing and thinking," like from him. You're like, "No, Palace beat you, and he beat Palace, so he's the king of the division."
I don't think but whoever wins this, I don't think either of them will be fighting Inoue anyway.
I suspect. Well, obviously, there's Inoue versus Goodman is coming up, and I think once he's done that, I don't think there's anything for Inoue to do in this division.
No, I think haven't the Saudis got hold of Inoue now anyway?
Yes, he's an ambassador for a Riyadh season.
And I don't mean this disrespectfully, because Inoue's his
Do you
own.
think he gains anything by fighting Akhmadaliev? Does he? He has no reason to fight Akhmadaliev.
Who, Inoue? I don't think Akhmadaliev's going to win anyway.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
So
Okay, yeah, then he definitely has no reason. Oh, we haven't done our predictions yet, so I'm jumping the gun a bit, maybe. Let's go back to that then. All right, so what do you think happens in the fight? Break it down for us. What do you think? So they're both heavy-handed-ish.
Akhmadaliev gets knocked out in the 9th.
Okay. Killed. Write it down.
Yeah, at 9th. Watch me get slated for this now. What are you saying? You going Akhmadaliev?
I'm going to go Akhmadaliev just to be the opposite side to make it even.
There's not just to be the opposite.
But I think it's going to be tough. So I think
You're going for a boring point, aren't you?
no. Well, I'm thinking normally one of them was going to win by knockout. So I think we're going to go by KO or TKO. So I just think about round. What round did you pick?
Well, telling you now.
9.
Yeah.
I'm going to have 7 for Akhmadaliev. Just to go down a bit.
Okay. It's going to be a good fight, though, you know. Mm-hmm. Really is going to be a good fight, this one. Like I say, I think their style will gel well. I just think Espinoza's maturity, experience will show through. I'm not saying Akhmadaliev isn't experienced, but
He's had bigger amateur career in it, so
Yeah.
it's professionally he's less experienced.
Yeah,
Espinoza's been around the block.
Yeah, I think he'll do him. And then going back to your question, does Inoue say Akhmadaliev does win? Does Inoue need to fight him? No, he doesn't.
Well, you can see why Akhmadaliev wants to call him out because obviously he needs the payday and the big fight. But like, I don't see anything in it
Look,
for Inoue.
the thing is like I say, Inoue is, and again, what I was saying is I don't mean it disrespectfully. Inoue's his own man, but I think the Saudis are gonna basically be saying who he fights next, and I don't think it's going to be at super bantamweight.
Yeah, I think next year. I think obviously we're jumping a gun a bit. He's fighting Sam Goodman on Christmas Eve.
Takes care of him easy.
Yeah, so we're assuming he wins that. I think he's had enough fights to get used to this. I think he steps up.
Or someone from Bantam steps up.
Yeah, there's a couple of other guys chasing them, isn't it? In Nakatani and Bam Bam.
One of them could step up. That's a huge fight then.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Wouldn't surprise me. Bam Bam Inoue next year.
Well, we've decided you never know. Everything can be made.
That's a tough fight, that as well. End of next year, that fight's happening.
I just think Bam needs a little bit to mature at the weight. It's a big jump against somebody who's as good as Inoue. I wouldn't put it past Bam to beat some of these others, but I think it's a big jump. But, like, he carries the power, or he has done in his other weights. And he does look big. The weights he's fighting.
I mean,
so I don't think it's... I think he's skilled enough to be able to do it. Just you're going against another supremely skilled guy.
I think in a way moving up another weight, I think he's going to really struggle.
Well, he's in a tough division then, isn't it? Because you've got Armand Ball, Vargas and Figueroa and co, the Raymond Ford and co, and,
Nick Ball, in a way, wow.
But all of them, they're like big featherweights. So the power becomes a thing and the size does become a thing.
Maybe.
Because even at super bantam, he doesn't look huge.
Maybe he does stay at super bantamweight then and fights the winner of these two.
Well, I have a thing if Akhmadaliev gets through and does, I think that might be this last one at super bantam. Only because I think Akhmadaliev does have some support in the Saudi part of the world. But I think they all know who the money-making machine in that weight is. So I think that's for, in a way, isn't it? It's whether they want to do, because obviously he's solid at the super bantamweight division.
Okay, so hold on. We say Akhmadaliev wins. Does he get the Inoue match?
Yeah, assuming obviously Inoue beats Goodwin.
Okay.
Next year, I think that might be one of the early fights.
If Espinoza wins, does he get the Inoue match?
I don't know.
See,
I think then it might be finished for Inoue in this next edition. To be honest, my personal thoughts, I think Inoue's going to move up in weight. I don't think it happens. I think he's done with super bantamweight. Because the two best were supposed to be Fulton and Akhmadaliev. He fought Fulton, and we've done that as one of our early videos. He destroyed him. And then Akhmadaliev got beat by Tapales in the time he was waiting, and that's when Tapales... But the actual plan was to fight Fulton and then Akhmadaliev.
Akhmadaliev
and I think he's had his chance.
Yeah, Akhmadaliev needs to win if he wants Inoue.
He has to win.
Yeah.
I think if you want to be taken seriously in that division, then otherwise all you're waiting for is Inoue to move up. And then, all right, you may be able to fight some of the others.
I think Inoue next year is going to have some interesting fights. Would it be a true? But like I say, I don't know whether some bantamweight fighters are going to move up.
Well, if you go to bantam, isn't it? There's Nakatani is the man, isn't he? Basically, in there.
I mean, that's a fight, that, isn't it? Both Japanese as well, aren't they? Wow.
Both unbeaten champions in it. So Nakatani's 29-0. I mean, we haven't done one of his, but yeah, he won. We missed one of his fights, but
I mean,
yeah, he's special as well.
How big would that would a fight that magnitude be in Japan?
Huge.
That would be. I mean,
Inoue's 28-0, isn't he? And
yeah, but I think you're talking like the country stops.
Yeah.
To watch it.
Well, I think the country stops to watch Inoue anyway.
Yeah, he's kind of. I get the impression, obviously. I think Inoue's got the Manny Pacquiao effect that he has in the Philippines.
Yeah.
But
Nakatani's the second superstar in boxing.
But would the Japanese
See,
are weird,
want to get
aren't
rid
they?
of them, though.
They are weird like that, aren't they? The Japanese, would they put them against each other?
There has been talk of it. But I think that's what they're wary, because you're going to lose one of your champions. I think the fight, as much as we like to see Bam versus Inoue, I think Bam versus Nakatani would be the fight. Yeah, there's the Martinez in Bam's division, isn't it? But the thing is, I think Bam's got a little bit to do in his division, and then you can look at, and Nakatani's probably got a. But the thing is, they're all the four champions at bantamweight are all Japanese. So it's whether they actually want them to unify or not. That's quite a big thing, isn't it? Bantamweight is all Japanese. I hadn't noticed that before. And then obviously, Inoue has all super bantamweight. Because there's a few fighters in Bam's division. So, yeah, I think, I think that's what Akhmadaliev's angle is, but I'm not sure from Inoue's point or from the point that makes that much sense.
Like I said, watch out for them couple of divisions, actually. And then you got, obviously, Sonny Edwards got beat last night in the flyweight division. But if I he's a big flyweight. He could move up to
Well, the number
bantam.
one ranked in the flyweight was Edwards.
Yeah.
And Yafai was number 8. So with that, he's just made a huge statement.
Then Yafai quickly on that, he destroyed him, mate.
Yeah, I haven't seen him, but yeah.
Really destroyed him. Within 30 seconds, just basically lapped across the room and then just punched his head off clean. Just a total... And people don't do that to Sonny Edwards.
No, it's a bit of a surprise.
Mate, he just didn't stop
Bit of a shock.
throwing punches. So...
Yeah, well, he's just shaking that division up, isn't he?
But it's
What
only
a
his like
name up
ninth fight.
there. Yeah.
And he's just beat Sonny Edwards.
Who gave Bam Bam a tough fight? Yeah.
Mate, Sonny Edwards bowed down to him in the ring after the fight.
And he retired.
And then retired.
Yeah.
So watch out for him moving up. I think he's going to have a big beginning of next year at that weight. And then I think...
Well, I think there's a few fights at flyweight for there, isn't there?
Yeah, but I think he's quite a big
Though, isn't
flyweight.
he? So he might step up.
I think
run into Bam Bam.
he'll step up quickly.
Well, there's a few fighters there that you could have a go against them.
But Espinoza, he's going to smash Akhmadaliev to pieces.
And ruin all his plans, and that's it. It's all done, dusted.
Yeah.
Inoue he's going to move up in weight after he smashes Goodman,
Yeah.
and all is good in the world in 2025. we told you what's going to happen. You just need to
Done it.
done and dusted. Don't think there's any more on that in it. So
And again, just quickly on Callum Smith was back
Oh,
last
yeah.
night. Calling out Benavidez.
Callum Smith.
Says he still thinks he beats all of them. So is he after a payday or is he back? We'll wait and see. Interestiano.
That's a good fight.
I like Callum Smith. I'm glad he's back. A lot of people call him a bottler because of what happened against Canelo and Beterbiev, but
I think some people need to get in the ring against Beterbiev or Canelo, and then afterwards tell me you're not going to stop and give up.
But I say that, and I still say Callum Smith did not perform well against either of them two.
I think in Canelo he was in starstruck.
Yeah,
I think he should have done better in that fight.
Yeah.
I think against Beterbiev you're just up against it. But again, I think he fought slightly the wrong fight because they were too respectful of his opponent.
Yeah,
And I think he can be respectful, but too respectful.
but no, it's good
Against Canelo
for
as well.
for British light heavyweight. It's really good because you still got Anthony Yard, Joshua Barty, Callum Smith there.
I would like to see all of them fight the other people in that ring.
Yeah. So, they need to sort it out because them belts could be all fragmented as
Fairly soon.
fairly soon if what we're hearing is true, because Bivol and Beterbiev,
Rematch is allegedly
Yeah.
in February. I don't know if it's confirmed yet for
not
the
not
Riyadh season in
confirmed,
February.
but if that's the case,
You can have some video for that. Everyone, if that list of fights is real.
yeah, we shall see.
It could be epic on cards. I mean, it's a shame that Mr. Zepeda is injured. Otherwise, that would be some.
You bet, mate. I'm telling you now, they'll have a backup. They don't need.
Shakur's going to be on it.
They don't
but-
need a backup anyway because the card's superb. But anyway,
Well, I want to see Shakur fight.
let's save
'cause
that.
We missed him on the other one. Yeah, but we'll
Let's
save
save
that
that.
for that episode. So yeah, let us know what you think of Super Bantamweight and the other comes. What do you think of your fight?
Yeah.
Coming up, Bam Bam, Nakatani, Inoue. Do you think Akhmadaliev is going to win or not, or Espinoza?
No.
And then,
There's going to be an upset.
do you think he deserves a chance to fight Inoue, or does Inoue doesn't really need him? Unless you think different, let us know. And yeah, obviously we're looking forward to watching Inoue fairly soon. And yeah, let us know what you think of that, who they should fight, who you'd like to see them fight, and we will see you. Yeah, like, subscribe, and all the usual goodness, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you very much.